So here we are looking at the support brackets I made for the Jaguar IRS. As you can see, between them there is a distinct difference. Can you spot it? Of course you can. That piece of shit there. I didn't realise actually how strong I'd made this part, so I put in this support. Of course, once I put in this support, then I thought, oh fuck, with the H-frame going in here. Oh dear, sorry Dave, can't remember the name again. Fulcrum shaft? Not sure. Yeah, you can't get it through that little gap, let's put it that way. So, but with this, you can just put it over, it's not a problem. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got to modify this one. I've already modified that one, as you can see. Unfortunately, my grinder decided to say, fuck you, I've worked too hard today, I'm not going to do any more. So I've now got to cut this here and there, and then these will be ready, and we can progress. But tomorrow, first of all, I have a Nissan Titan I've got to fix an AC problem on, and then we'll move on to this. Here we go, part 28. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's been a long time coming. These are the components that are needed. Do note these bearings are not yet greased. They will be prior to installation. Here is the hub, and here is the piece it's going to attach to. This rod goes through here. No, it's not Rod Stewart. And that slides in through there, and then obviously this beastie would already be there. So there are a number of components. The sleeve here actually goes in here and is in the middle, but all of these other components, and I'm not going to touch those because they're greasy, go in. Now let me see if I can demonstrate. Let's start with the sleeve will be on here. Then you will insert a shim, you know the one. Then the bearing. Then let me see, this is probably the best way to do this. Well, there will be this seal, sorry, not seal, shim that goes on there. Then you have this that goes on there. Then you will have these two little beasties. It's kind of awkward to get all this together. Now, let me see, because I'm not touching the greasy one, it's awkward. This goes here, that greasy one goes there. You would then put this on top of it, and then you would put this seal on top of that. Because of that, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to try. It's a precision fit. So with the the seal there, this would then fit over it. The seal would be down in here. Okay, so the seal would be, that greasy seal would be in there, then this would be on top of it, and then you would crank it up with the nut, you know, and it would be in there. And you know, you put your nut on, and away you go, because then the nut would push up against this. That's how it would be, all with the exception, of course, is that the grease seal is current. Well, I call it a grease seal for want of a better word. It's not in place at the moment, but I will demonstrate that to you. I will show you me putting it all together and attaching it to the fulcrum shaft, H-frame. Oh my god, I can never remember the name of this piece. However, you'll see me putting shit together. Initially, I will assemble it dry, just so I can make sure I have the relevant clearance or lack of So I'll do it dry first, then once I'm sure it's okay, then I will grease up all the bearings and put everything together. Hopefully that makes sense. Probably make a lot more sense when you see me do it. So let's knock it on the head and get it together. Alright, not quite sure how this is going to go. Using this hefty piece of shit. Grease nipples down. Obviously grease nipples down. This is the bottom. More grease nipples down. I've already put the sleeve in there. Now, what I need to do is raise this up. Slide in. Stupid ass. Sorry, wasn't really thinking there. Put a bearing in and put in one of the shims. This, it makes it kind of awkward because you're trying to do it without losing anything. This is not easy. I'm going to try and think of a way I can do this now without losing my balls. Now, let's put in a test, not a test, a dummy. This is a dummy sleeve so that I don't lose shit. Put on the shim. This is what I meant to do. Slide the bearing on. Okay, that's good. So now we've got the right thing in the right place. I'm stepping backwards here. I really need a blank shaft. Or I need to trim this shaft. Ha ha, he says in unison. Maybe I shall delete this completely and do it again. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. This video's crap. Alright, this is where the fun begins. Trying to get everything in with not losing anything. Now, I can't say I won't make a mistake doing this. First, I'm going to put in the sleeve. Terrific. Then I'm going to get my alignment rod. And this is just a cut off one of these. I'm going to start from one side only. Initially, I'm going to put in one of the shims. And then I'm going to put in the bearing. Yes, it's dry. I will be greasing it. That comes later. So I now have the bearing and the shim. Also, I need that shim. Next is this seal and spacer. Now this is a real pain in the ass. Alright, got to get it lined up. Now this little baby has to be tapped in. I like to push the shaft a little further through than it should be, and then just try tapping it. Yeah, this is where the fun begins. Can you see? Now you see what I mean. So now we have to start again because some idiot fucked up. Who could that be, Gary? I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try a method that may or may not work. Put it on its side. Let's drop this in here. Drop in the shaft. Drop in the shim. That shim go? Oh, okay, the shim is still on there. Alright, let's drop the bearing in. The spacer, of course, goes in here. Bibbity bibbity. I've got the shim on there. However, I'm not happy because my rod ain't coming through. What can I do? Let me... Believe me guys, this is real fun. Well, I think what I'm going to have to do is put a socket on the other end. Let me see if I can get this thing to start. Not easy. Oh, this is a real pain in the ass. I remember that now. Let's try again. Let me do it a different way. Let's take the seal out. Let's take the spacer out. I would if it would come, but it doesn't want to. Sorry guys, this is a total fuck up. I'm gonna have to record everything again. Different idea. Here we go again. These are the components for one side of the IRS. I have recently rebuilt, done the other side of the IRS as a practice run, so that I could hopefully, when I do this one, get it right without too many mistakes. There will be mistakes because I fuck up. These two little pieces here, which retain the felt seal, with these little beasties and these little beasties, I'm going to put these in the freezer. It makes them go in here a lot easier. One thing to remember, these bearings need to be greased up, of course, and they need to go in here prior to you pushing this seal retainer in. If you don't, you're fucked. You'll have to take it out again. You have the shaft. This case, sorry, not that one. Where's my damn it. Damn it, Muskie. Someone stole my internal shaft. It's here somewhere. I'm sorry, someone's going to have their bottom spanked. And I know you like it. There it is. Sorry about this. This sleeve. You need to make sure you get that sleeve in there. Now, at either end of this sleeve, you need one of these shims. You can see there's 4 there because sometimes there are 2 sleeves. Our case, we only have 1, so we really only need 2 of those. And they go at either end of this sleeve. Okay? Now, when you get the, and you're going to see all of this when I put it together. When you have the bearing in there, obviously the bearing and the shim, they butt up, and there is this shim that goes there. Yeah. So bear with. And I see 3 there. I don't know why I see 3. One of those. Oh, there was 4. This is obviously got too many shims. This is more than one kit. I'm working on more than one axle at a time, guys. So, yeah, bear with. So, you will only need 2 of those, 2 bearings, 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. 1 of those. That is the shock absorber bolt. It's got a special chamfer on it. I'm going to put it in. I was going to put it in, but there's already 1 in there. I'm ahead of myself, and I'll leave it there. The customer, I don't know what he's going to do regarding shock absorbers. This ends up from one of the other axles that I'm building. Sorry about that. I confused myself, which is not difficult. So, next little trick is put these in the freezer for a couple of hours just to shrink them down so that when I put them in here, it's easy. One other thing I have discovered, because I've had this powder coated, it's only a few thou, but it makes a big difference. I need to clean this off on both inner surfaces. Otherwise, you're going to struggle like fuck to get these on. Now, do note, if I put this down, that these do snugly, and I mean snugly fit, snuggly buggly. You're gonna, it takes a little while to get these fuckers to go in there. You got to get them just right. It's a precision fit. It's rather like my penis. It's a precision fit. I keep telling you it's bigger than it is, but believe me, it is. But anyway, so that's a precision. Hey, could you give me a new tongue? This one doesn't work, or is it the teeth? I'm not sure which. Yeah, there you go. You see, now I've got it in there. I just need to pinch it up a little tighter, and then of course that will be in the middle there with the goopy seal, which is in here. Goopy. All right, let's start assembling. Well, actually, let's put these in the freezer, but you don't give a shit about that because you're going to be back in a few minutes when I reassemble. Don't go away. All right, next thing, put bearing in. I've pre-greased it. Now I need to get the retainer from the refrigerator freezer. Don't go away. All right, let's see if we can tippy tap this in. This always is fun because it doesn't want to go in. What can I do? Oh, let's try. Let's see if we can get it in with this. That'll help. Getting there. Just gotta get it. Come on, motherfucker. You can do this. Just gotta get that edge to catch. Oh, this is such a bitch. It really is. once you get it in. It's tricky to get it in there, and yes, you will damage the powder coat, but I'm sorry, that's something you're going to have to live with. Right, now, what do we need next? Which is the best way to do this? Let's grab one of these, squidge it in the hole, grab one of these spacers, squidge it in, because that's where it goes. Okay, so now we're good there. Now the next thing that would go on there would be this and this. However, I can put it on there, it's just going to fall off. So this is such a precision fit. It's really painless in us rectimus, but you have to deal with it. It's a precision fit. You have to squeeze it on evenly. We'll deal with that in a minute. Here's one I prepared earlier, and yes, I could just put it on there. And now I need to get it in. So let's see how in I can get it, huh? This is tricky. Definitely tricky wound. Oh, let me slip my shaft in. Probably won't make any difference, but I just like to have it in there. This is never easy, guys, because you've got to get so many things lined up. It does have to go in, otherwise you're going to be fucked. Alright, let me move that to the side. I think what I want to do is I'm going to flip it and jib it, and not forgetting the shims that need to be in there. Right, so we've got this, and we need that shim in here, and let's line that up. That's good. A second here. Okay, now we need this shim. Has to go on there. That's good. Then we need the bearing that is already greased, because you remembered to do that, didn't you? Push it on. You do not need to put this shim on just yet. Just yet. What you do need to do is take your finger out your ass and go to the freezer and grab the relevant thing. I'll be back. Now we have the most important retaining ring. Thank you. Let's get this set in, huh? Okay, looking good. One of the biggest problems you're going to have is getting this ring to sit down deep enough. And I have used the old ring to tap it down as best I can. You won't get it perfect. Hang on, sorry, I'm a step away here. Step away. Okay, this will probably be a little disjointed. I've got the shaft in. I've put in the retaining ring for the felt seal. Got in the bearing, of course, because that has to go in before the retaining ring. Let's see, next we've got this little shim that has to go in. Now, let's see, how can we do this? Tell you what, I'm gonna squeeze that shim, sorry, not shim, that piece in there, and we're just gonna tuck this in. This is never easy. Okay, and now we need to tuck that in. Not the easiest of things to do, I grant you, but it has to be done. And the next is these two rings, and you know that there are two there, and then I put them together. Two rings together. And why is that not fitting over that? Hang on. That ain't right. That should fit over that. What the fluck? Houston, we have a problem here. That should be fitting over that. You don't understand. Hang on, we're going to go flibbity-gibbet actually before. No, that's actually held, so let me have a look on the other side and see. Yeah, it should fit nice and easy does it. Yeah. There is a Houston, I have a problem here. Not one that I was expecting, I must admit. And I put that socket in there just to keep my shaft up. If only I could do that in the bedroom. Now why will that not go over that? I know they're precision fits, but come on. Come on. That's nowhere near. I have some others. Let me check. Maybe, perchance, one of these is a better fit. Or is it that this, do you know what, I think that ring needs a little modification. Yeah, there's no way I can get that in there. And I'm just trying other ones that I've got from other, yeah, they're nowhere near. Wow. Isn't that a surprise? Yeah, it's nothing anywhere near. Am I nuts? I'm sure it should fit through it. I got to look at the other side again. And guys, I'm going to continue to show you my, I guess, mistake, if you like, for want of a better word. No, look, that's definitely, I know it's a precision fit. That's definitely in. Wow. I wonder if they machined this one wrong. Is there some burrs? I don't feel any burrs. Okay, let's go back here. Alright. That will not fit over that. There must be, okay, I'm going to take this ring off. He said, aha. There we go. Take that ring off. I don't feel anything there. marks there. Maybe, I don't know, when they made this one, they just didn't get it quite right. I'm going to have to, this is not what I wanted to do. I'm going to have to just give that a little with a Dremel. Yeah, I have no choice, because that should fit on there and do the seal. I'll be back. Alright, I'm not sure why that one was machined incorrectly, but now I've got it to fit. We start with the fun stuff. Actually, it's a very snug fit, but we get there. Okay. What we now need to do is get it on here. We need to make sure we put it the right way. Okay, so I got my grease nipple here, and whilst it's out of visual for you, the other grease nipples are on the bottom. Now what we need to do is get this in here, and this is not going to be easy. It never is. It's always fun because everything is new and tight. You will need a little persuader. Ah, you see, now that's wrong. You can't have that doing that. That's no. No, 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 no. You get back in there. That's where you belong. Sorry, you're not gonna get a good view of this. You're gonna get a good view of me. There we go. Just wiggle it in. Okay, we're close, but no cigar. Gosh, I tell you what, chaps, it's my birthday today. While I'm videoing this, I have reached the ripe old age of 70. I think I'm going to buy me a cigar and sit out in the backyard and smoke it. Those of you that are looking at me and going, gosh, you look so much older than 70. I kill you with my rubber hammer. Right, now this shaft here needs a little greasy poo. Stay right where you are. I hope you're still watching. Got this brown shit all over my hands. No, I haven't got diarrhea. Gently, gently here. So we're not sure if we're 100% lined up. But okay, we're looking good. Looking good. Keep going. Oh, yes. There we go. That is... Oh. And you will need this. I think I've mentioned it before. I used an old one of these and just cut the threads off, but you need it. It just helps put everything together. Could you do it with just one shaft? You probably could, but my God, it's a struggle. Okay, that moves nice and easy. So now all we need to do is find the nuts. I think these are the nuts, but Don't quote me. They are the nuts, you can quote me. Now, I'm not going to tighten these nuts. Whoa, that's me socket. And as I've said, the only reason I'm not tightening the nuts is it's best done when it's on the vehicle and the weight is on it. Does it matter that much? Probably not, in all honesty. And the final thing now, I do have a shaft here. I think that's that shaft. Yes, it is. I'm going to give that a little grease and slip it in. Again, I'm not sure what the customer's doing with the shock absorbers, which is what this shaft is used for. But because I'm not 100% sure when he's going to put all this together, let me just slip that in there, and then he is good to go on that until he's ready to use the spacers, whatever he's going to do here. I don't know. I should also somewhere have a couple of nuts for that. And if I could find them, it will be fucking amazing. They must be in one of my other bags, because I know I do have the nuts for this shaft. And I'm just going to put the nuts on there purely so it doesn't get lost. Next thing will be to fit this to... There it goes again. Oh my god. The next thing to do will be to put this shaft onto the axle. I wait for the shims. As you can see, I've written on there which size this one needs, and then I can do the final assembly and give it to the customer. I could push I don't know if I'm going to push this video out. I mean, this is a very short video. What do you think? Like, comment, subscribe, ding your dong. Get out in the garage and do some shit. You know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to put the nuts on there. That's the last thing I can do on this shaft, other than grease this. And I think I will do that before I put it on the differential itself. I'll just flip it over, pump the bugger full of grease, wait to see grease coming out here, and then know that I've done a good job. And in fact, I would do that, and I would get the other shaft and grease them both so that they're ready to go in. Then the only other thing I will do once it's in is grease the other end, which has already been done, because what I did do is I put these shafts in and pumped it full of grease. But I want to be sure, yeah, and I can feel that that's got a lot of grease in it because it's hard to move. So that's the next little tricky woo. Okay, this shaft in here, but that obviously can't go in until I'm putting it in the differential. And who is it? It's my sister-in-law. As I said, it's my birthday today, and she gave me a gift which I was not expecting. So I just thanked her for it, and she's now saying it's okay. One of those silly things you do, really. She's a good sister-in-law. She really is. Can't fault her. I'd like to, but I can't. All right. I'm gonna see how long this video is. If it's long enough, I'm gonna push it out. If it's not, then you're gonna have to wait. But just in case it is long enough, like, comment, subscribe, ding your dong, and get out in that garage and do some shit. Okay, you're gonna have to excuse me. I'm gonna be jumping all over the place with this. purely because there's lots of shit to do. Now, this here is how it will look when it's in the vehicle. This is an absolute pig to get in. I will not show you me getting it in, but believe me, to get everything lined up and snug like that is a pain in the ass. On this end you can see there is the washer, there is also this spacer, there is a rubber seal and a metal ring, and they will form in here just like this. And then that will push up against it. See, nice and pretty. Isn't that easy? Yeah, right. You wait till you're putting it all together. You are going to learn new words that you never even knew you knew. Because when you've got to try and get all of that sandwiched and get it in the frame and get this rod through, yeah, you're going to be, yeah. You can imagine, can't you? Already, you can imagine. I can hear you imagining. And that's got nothing to do with John Lennon. So that's how it'll end up looking. Though in this particular case, purely because this is going in a hot rod, I may have to pack this outer part with more washers than is really normal, but you don't want to put more on the inside because that's where that frame attachment goes that's on the differential. So there you go, just wanted to show you that. That's the simple end. This end is not quite so simple. I've got it together now. I've just got to check the gap and make sure I'm not too tight, not too loose, but as you can see, I mean, it moves. It's quite stiff, but it's not terrible. In all honesty, this end is not super duper important. Yes, of course you want it to be moving, and you don't want it loose because it'll rattle like fuck. The next thing I've got to do, check the clearance here. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to look that up again because I can't remember off the top of my head. Then once I've got that clearance set, I'll have to undo this, do it up, add some shims, take some shims away, and get it right. Then I'm going to pump it full of grease. Then I'm going to flip this over and pump these with grease. I lie, I'm such a liar. I'm not going to pump these with grease until I've got them on to the differential, purely because I don't want just grease to out everywhere without it being squeezed. This one is pretty much ready, as I said. I've just got to check the clearance. What else? Oh, we're still waiting for the shims that go in here. It's the number 132, which is what I need for this particular side. Once I've got that, then I can put it together, show you it put together, and call the customer and say, come on down. The other one that I'm doing, the parts are now ready for me to pick up from the powder coaters. I'm not going to go through and show you me doing that one. There's no point. You've seen it's exactly the same as what I'm doing with this one. Right, that's it for the moment on this. I think what I may well do, I don't know yet, show this once it's fitted. As I said, I'm not going to let you watch me struggling to try and get this end in. That end can wait. That shaft can wait. And then the shaft that goes in, that's got to be torqued down. I think it's between 100 and 120 foot-pounds, or was it 140? Again, I check it. I have these numbers in my head, but that doesn't mean they're right, so I always double check. And then we can get it going. All right, that's enough for the moment. Small digression, which I think I mentioned. This here, you got to pump grease in there. You could try doing it when when you're doing the reassembly. I prefer to pump it in here. I grease the bearings or bear the greasings when I put this thing together, but I like to pump the grease in here afterwards. They say half fill it. I think I mentioned before, I fully fill it. I don't fuck around. That is so smooth at the moment. That is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I'm just going to pump the grease in there once I get it put together. Right, now we move on to my pet peeve. My pet peeve being the bleed hole, as they call it. Great, it bleeds grease out. So grease goes in here, comes straight out the bleed hole. It needs to get out to these bearings. And as you can see, I've got the angled one on there. Now let's see if I can get my new super duper grease connection on there. And I can, look at that. Oh, there she goes. All right. So now, this is not recorded. Well, it is recorded, but I haven't done it before. So I'm just going to keep pumping grease now. This is going to fill up this chamber, and then eventually I should see it start to come out at the ends. That's what you want to see. You will note that there are threads sticking out this side and not this side. It is right to the end. Unfortunately, I couldn't figure out a way to keep it even. Maybe if one of you knows, you'll let me know. Well, Gary, what you need to do is this, you dickhead. I've never been able to figure out how to make that fucking thing be even. And I've done more than one of these. And I like to use this crimson grease, red grease, it's a Lucas one. I think it's really good. I've never really had any issues with it, which is why I keep using it. And not only do I use it on my cars, I use it on my customers' cars. Strange though this may seem, I forgot. Do not charge customers. Here we go. Look at that, you fucking beauty. Let me show you. Excuse me while I manhandle you. Look at that, the grease is coming out of here where it should come out. Not, you can't see it, but down there where that fucking screw is, look. This is where the grease should be, because that's where the bearing is. Now do you understand why I'm so fucking anal about this thing? The bleed hole is a bad idea in my book. Some of you may disagree, that's your prerogative. I know my bearings are greased, not my fucking bleed hole. Okay, that's the end of this particular video. So please do like, comment, subscribe, ding your dong, and then you'll get notified when I put out more shit that you don't like. And again, to all my subscribers, I do thank you so much. I'm really glad you're there, because that's one of the reasons I do this, is to get millions of subscribers. No, it's not. I do this because I enjoy it. I do this because it's fun. And I do this because I can. And if you don't like what I do, then don't watch. And if you do like what I do, you know, give it the thumbs up. Send me millions of dollars, I don't mind. I'll take your money. Alright guys, girls, I want to hear from the girls. Come on girls, there must be girls out there that are actually working on cars. Jaguars in particular, which of course is my addiction. You've got to be out there somewhere. I know you're out there somewhere. Well, now my wife will kill me, that's her favourite group. Justin the Haywood. I used to go out with a Dorothy Hayward. Haywood? Spelt differently. First love of my life. Wonder what happened to her. Okay, I digressed. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, do the dong, and get out in the garage and do some shit.